My name's John Nellis, welcome to Fantasy Football Hub, and today I am going to try and rank the essential players on FPL this season. Now, I know what you're thinking, essential is a pretty big word in terms of in the FPL space, people put a lot of weight on it. You see all these trolls, he's not essential, why is he essential? Do I really need him? Is he essential? But first you need to know about Hub's offer. If you don't win your mini league, you will get your money back. There are T's and C's associated with that. I'm not going to list them now really fast like a little quick voice band like they do on TV, and then you don't really know what they're saying. If you understood that, you must be from Northern Ireland. Let's jump in and look at the 10th most essential player. In number 10, I felt I had to give the guy a shout out. There's probably a different number 10. He's probably really number 15, but it's not often a goalkeeper would even be in this conversation. Mendy at Chelsea, cheapest of the premium goalkeepers. Ramsdale maybe matches him for price with better fixtures, but you probably want to keep those outfield spots, so everyone's going for Mendy. 23% owned as a goalkeeper at this time of recording. I think, I wouldn't say he's essential, but because goalkeepers, their upside, it's not like they're going to shoot 20 points very often, so you're not going to lose out like you might with a midfielder or forward. But I just really wanted to give Mendy a shout out. In number 10, he is on the board. Number 9, and I think he would be higher up the list if it wasn't for his ownership. I was shocked at time of recording, a day after the game has been launched. Harry Kane is only 15% owned. Harry Kane in number 9. He was the highest scoring forward last season. He's price matched with Haaland. A lot of people are going the Haaland route. Haaland's like 65% owned compared to Kane of 15%. Many people won't be going with both. A few mad B words will. I don't know if I can curse on this channel yet. Kane, 15% owned, but we know he's a machine. If you don't have Son in midfield, I feel like a lot of us won't. With Salah out there, I feel like having some Spurs cover is a good idea. Everyone's going to magpie and look at the new shiny machine at Man City, but Kane is proven and he has nice fixtures. I think he'll start faster than last season, and I think he's been massively overlooked. Number 8. Kane's partner in crime, Son Heung-min. I think the thing is, these two guys are quite low because you could pick either or. I think a lot of people are going either or. It's not like one of them is ridiculously way better than the other. The fact Kane is actually cheaper than Son is a bit of a surprise, and I think that evens it a bit more. If Kane was more expensive, I think everyone goes Son. But number 8, Son Heung-min, he went toe-to-toe with Salah last season. He's $1 million cheaper than Salah, and Salah only actually beat him by 7 points last season. You could argue he's as essential as Salah, but I think ownership is why we have to rank Salah higher. The Egyptian king is the undisputed focal point at Liverpool. Son will share a bit with Kane, with Kulusevski, with Richarlison now. So I think I've put Kane and Son in number 9 and number 8 because I do think one of them's essential, but neither of them is a standout for me. A third Spurs asset for the day in 7th place is Perisic. Perisic has the highest ownership of the team, 48% of people opting for the attacking wingback. Right-footed, plays on the left. He should be getting in the goals, you would like to think. Fullbacks notoriously do well under Conte, and Perisic did very well in Italy underneath him. 5.5 million for an attacking fullback whenever all these fullbacks are coming in 6-7 million. Everyone wants the Chelsea, the Liverpool, the City defenders. Perisic is actually a nice little $500,000 saving. Decent enabling there, and as I said, massive ownership, 48%. In 6th spot, we have Ben Chilwell. Now, Chilwell played very few games last season, but when he did play, he banged, and he ranked very, very highly per 90 across all stats. Goals, expected goals, points, all sorts of stuff. He scored really, really well, points per 90, etc. in defenders last season. If he is a 100% starting this season, 100% fit, I think he's massively under-owned here, and for almost another reason, he's borderline essential in the fact that if he does prove to be a slight differential, that could be a great edge to get out in front early. We'll have to wait and see how his ownership progresses coming up to the start of the season, but Chilwell is in number 6. Over to the other side of the Chelsea defence, and we've got Reece James in 5th. I've been struggling pre-season to sort these two and who I want, but I think for a video like this, 43% ownership for James, more than 3 times the ownership of Chilwell. I think he has to be ranked higher. He actually managed more goals, assists and points per 90 than Trent last season, which surprised me massively. The main issue for him was playtime and far fewer clean sheets at Chelsea. So if they can sort that out, and if he's more nailed, he could score as well as Trent quite feasibly, and he's $1.5 million cheaper. I think James is absolutely right up the list there. He's actually 5th in terms of most essential players for me. Up to 4th, and he misses the podium by 1 spot. João Cancelo, we all know you're all picking him. He is a massive 46% ownership as well, slightly better than Reece James. He's $500,000 cheaper than Trent, the golden boy of the defence, of the attacking fullbacks in the league. The stats probably reflect that $500,000 saving. He managed 36 out of 38 games last season. We'll take that. And he's also got some great fixtures for the start of the season. I think for me, João Cancelo is right up there, as you can see, because I've stuck him in 4th. And let's move on to the podium places. Before I explain the podium to you, I want to explain something to you. This is all my opinion. If you disagree, I would love to hear why you disagree in the comments. I'd love to see your order. If you can't be arsed doing the top 10, do the top 5 in the comments. Who are the most essential players this season? I would love to see it. Mo Salah, 247 points over the last 4 seasons on average. Absolute MVP of FPL. You project to do the exact same this season. Smash it out of the park. 13 million is the only thing that weighs him down slightly. 13 million's a lot of money. As I said, ownership through the roof with about 60% at time of recording. He's a great captaincy option for game week 1. Mo Salah for me should be in every team really. I don't understand if you don't have him in your team. Mo Salah absolutely nailed in my team. Ironically, the second place guy is someone I'm debating going without, and it's Erling Haaland. I don't know, part of me thinks I really want to go for Kane over him, but that's for another video. Erling Haaland in 2nd place. He could be a hit or miss. I think he's much more likely to hit than miss based on his track record. The ownership is absolutely mad. 65% at the time of recording, and I think the downside to not having Haaland is just too big a risk to go without him. You have to take him. Great fixtures with 2 promoted sides in the first 5. Erling Haaland, massive ownership, massive hype, massive scoring potential, great fixtures, absolute no-brainer. He's in 2nd, has to be. And this guy isn't first just to be controversial. I understand why anyone I've mentioned could be first. It's Trent. For me, I think Trent is more essential. In terms of, it depends how you define the word essential here. Essential meaning I'm broken if I don't pick him. Trent is less likely to punish you than Haaland or Salah, but I think based on his value, it is essential that you take advantage of that value. Do you know what I'm saying? 7.5 million for a player who can shoot over 200 points. Best fixtures according to Hub's ticker. He's an absolute must-have for me. 12 assists last season as well, the most of any defender. While he maybe won't punish you with 57% ownership because he won't maybe hit the same peak scores as the midfielders or forwards will, I think that value makes him essential for me. I hope I've explained it enough for you why I've picked him number 1. I'd love to see your order in the comments. Give me your top 5 in the comments. And don't forget, win your league or your money back. There's a massive guarantee. T's and C's apply. Check it out. 50% off at Hub for a limited time only. Get ahead of your mini league rivals. Give it a crack. Let us know what you think. Use the link in the description and I'll get paid. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.